So 3 decades ago, I walked into this lodge for the first time and it changed my life. Now, as you can see behind me, this college is transforming once again, but my life is also changing. I've been asked to go to the UN and run Humanitarian Affairs, dealing with the world's worst crises. Millions are in need across the globe, and the sector is underfunded, overstretched, and literally under attack. I had so much more to do here, but I hope you will understand why I must go. But the key thing is that this project, our project at Hartford, is much bigger than principles. It's much more important than that. We are going through a once-in-a-generation transformation of Hartford College. We are building this extraordinary library that you can see going up behind me. We're building the Graduate Centre in North Oxford. We are decarbonising the estate, and we're removing finance as a barrier to study here so that we can continue to find and recruit students based on their potential and not on their polish. And we can only do that with your support. We are so grateful for everything the alumni are doing for this college. We've had 2 of the 3 largest non-alumni donations in the last 2 years, but we need to do much, much more. We can only get this library funded with your support. So this is my final ask to our alumni and everyone who cares so much about this project. Please, please help us get this library funded. So one of our students just got the top mark in biology for her year. She was the first from her family to go to university, and she's now on the front line of the climate crisis. She told me Hartford is base camp. Another student this year came to us from a refugee background. She didn't have the funding to come, and I lamented at a recent dinner that we couldn't support her. An alumna came up to me at the end of the dinner and said, "I've got this, we've got this." She's now going on to change the world, and she told me this was her sliding doors moment. Kenny Lewis was the SCR steward, the butler, and our centre forward here for 3 decades. I used to play with him in the Hartford team. The last time I saw Kenny, he shouted through my window there, "I'm Hartford till I die." This is a project for life, and it was a great privilege of my principalship to stand with Kenny's family and remember him at his funeral in our chapel back there. This really is a project for life for me too. Now, there's a student born today who will come to us in 2042. They will have had every reason not to make it, every obstacle put in their way, but they will make it to Hartford, and we will be ready for them, and they will change the world. And that's what this is about. Hartford doesn't take itself too seriously, but we are serious about what we do. At its heart is the alchemy of the tutorial model that shaped so many of us. That moment when the light comes on and nothing is the same again. Also at its heart is our research. From astrophysics to zoology, via bees, crusades, differential manifolds, dictionaries and diabetes, ethics and elephant vibrations, floods, fruit flies and French folk music, group theory and geomorphological drylands, Hume, inflammation, Japanese phonology, K-pop, law of trusts, metalloenzymes, meningitis, musical minimalism and migration in Asia 50 millennia ago, neural networks and number theory, Orwell, protocol and penguin sleep, quicksuit and quantums, risk and rewilding, supply chains, swift and symmetry, Twelfth Night, urology and the universe, vaccines, worms, xenophobia and Yeats. And through the Head-Hand Hartford course that I've loved developing and our work to be a good neighbour, we are not just observing the world, but changing it. We are not protecting young people from that world, but preparing them for it. So we are not just a pretty quad, we are a hub for ideas. We are more than a building, we are a community, and we are more than the portraits on the wall that tell us who we've been. We're the glass ceiling breakers of the future who will show us who we can be. And we're more even than this bridge. We are a front line for a better society. So I'm leaving sooner than I hoped, and I'll be a bit distracted over the coming years, but I'll be spending much of the rest of my life trying to ensure that we secure this project for future generations. And it's not principals who run Hartford, it's the fellowship. Your project, our project, is in the safest of hands. Now, I've been blessed to see Hartford from every angle, as a student, as a barman, as a JCR president, as a porter, as a steward, as a summer school coordinator, as an honorary fellow, and now as principal. So I can hold a mirror up to you and tell you how extraordinary you are. Thank you for letting me be part of this story, of your story.